Okay, I think it is working. So, good afternoon, Alma. I'm back with another video. So, in the last class, we talked about the importance of, okay, yeah, we were doing forests, our lifeline, and I did tell importance of forests. So, in this video, I'm gonna continue, you know, more topics that are under it. So, without wasting any time, we should start the video. So, the first topic that we are going to talk about in this video is types of forests. So there are basically four kinds of forests that we're going to talk about in here. First we have tropical rainforest, then we have temperate forest, and then we have coniferous forest, and then we have deciduous forests. Okay, so the first one, tropical forests, located near the equator. These dense and imaginary. Okay, what's an equator? It's an imaginary line that divides Earth into northern and southern hemispheres. As we all know, we have done an entire chapter on this, right? So, located near the equator, the dense forests receive abundant rainfall and harbor uh, diverge flora and fauna. Okay, so what is the thing here that because it is getting abundant rainfall, there is no scarcity of water, and due to that, what is happening that it is inculcating more of animals and plants, or you can say trees. Okay, and because of more rainfall, there is large number of vegetation, I would say, and more of trees and greenery, and yeah, I mean, most of the year it is staying green all around, and because it is more green, plants are the primary producers. That's why if there is more number of trees, obviously there will be more animals around to uh, seek food and shelter, because then it's like naturally available to them, because trees are helping them in so many ways, as there are tree holes, I would say. Like, there are larger trees, and then we have a kind of shelter beneath it that animals or the fauna can use to keep themselves, or shelter, protect themselves from the outside calamities, or I would say uh, I mean, the outside adverse conditions of weather, and so much of like different, I would say, the fellow animals which might hurt them, right? So that's why, due to the plentiful rainfall that is happening over there, this place is rich in flora and fauna. Okay, flora is what? Flower. Flora, FLO. So flower. Flower means it's a plant, right? So flora, and fauna is the remaining, the other part, which is the fauna, is animals, right? So just don't confuse between flora and fauna. I just explained you there. Now the second types of forest, temperate forest. Now, what is temperate forest? Found in regions with moderate climates, these forests have distinct seasons and diverse tree species. Okay, temperate means it's like the temperature there is like moderate. Okay, it's like not it's neither too cold nor too hot, right? And that's why what is happening that there are like different seasons also. Like, sometimes they have winter, sometimes they have summer, and they have rainy season as well. So like, it's a balanced kind of seasonal place, unlike other kinds of places which have one type of season mostly circulating in that place, or being prevalent in that place, right? So in here, in this kind of forest, we have like a moderate kind of climate with all kinds of seasons coming in. Okay, and that's what makes it moderate, right? And not such, like, not too much cold, not too much hot, like humid weather, and not too much of rainfall. Okay, it's like moderate, balanced properly. So that is what these forests are about. Okay, and they have different tree species, diverse tree species. Okay, like, so much of trees are available. Different kinds of trees are available in these kinds of forest. Okay, if you want me to get more details on this, I will give you more kind of details, like what kind of trees are there. Okay, and talking about the seasons. Okay, we will talk about seasons also, if you want it in detail, or this much is enough. Okay, if you want to write in exams, because They will just give you the questions like name the kind of forests that different kinds of forests, and then you have to name it, and some examples of trees that are found, or you know some famous forests that are there, right? Next, we have coniferous forests, dominated by cone-bearing trees, tree like pine, spruce, and fir. These forests are found in cold and mountainous regions. Okay, so coniferous से ही समझ में आ रहा है that cone, okay, coney, which means like cone kind of structure it will be, right? Spine, the cone might be like spine or pine, sorry, not spine, pine or spruce and fir. Cone ये सब shapes में हो सकता है, and these forests are found in cold and mountainous regions. Okay, just like we have Christmas trees जैसे होते हैं, तो those are what, those are pine trees, right? So ऐसे होता है लंबा लंबा नोकीला पत्ता. Okay, it's like a sharp uh, you know edgy kind of leaves they have, right? So that's how pine trees are there, and that's why they are found in cold regions. Okay. Um Now the last forest is deciduous forest, okay, characterized by trees that shed leaves in a particular seasons. These forests are common in regions with seasonal changes. Okay, तो इसमें क्या होता है कि इसमें forest जो होता है वो पत्ते भी गिराते हैं. It's like the tree is not like having leaves all the time. Trees shed their leaves. Okay, like if you see nowadays, okay, like we have this season when autumn season we have. So in that kind of month, in that month, the I mean the trees are shedding their leaves, and then new leaves are coming. Okay, in the spring season. So the same way there are this kind of forests. Just may this kind of weather is there, and trees are they are bearing new leaves, and then they are shedding the older ones, right? So that's the kind of characteristic that this forest shows. Shed leaves in the particular season. Okay, these forests are common in regions with seasonal changes. Okay, जहाँ पे seasons change होता है वहाँ पे ये सब forest, which forest deciduous forests are more prevalent, right? Now we have the next topic, which is threat to forest. Okay, threat means something which is like a danger, right? Some kind of danger. What's the meaning of danger, right? Some kind of risk that is the forests are going to face, right? So the first one is deforestation. Human activities like logging, agriculture, urbanization, and infrastructure development, and development lead to rapid destruction of forests. Okay, so because of the rising population, okay, what will happen that where we are living, okay, so it's a kind of city area. Okay, so what will happen if people are growing in number, they are like the population increase is happening, so what will happen, they need some place to stay, right? So they will move to the forests area as well. So what will happen, they will start cutting trees over there to build their shelter, and then more people will go over there. Okay, it'll become a kind of complex uh, you know kind of scenario where people are building some kind of buildings or flats or something like that. Okay, and then it will also become a city over there. Okay, a kind of hub over there. So human activities are a major threat to this, and because of that, what is happening, which is leading to deforestation, matlab पेड़ को काटना, right? So they are cutting trees. I mean, humans are cutting trees for their own goods, I mean, sorry, own benefit. And we have urbanization, which means rising population, and infrastructure development lead to the rapid destruction of forests. Okay, then we have trees are cut for our use only, like we require so much of things like furniture, imported furniture, ye wood se bana hai, wo wood se bana hai, like different kinds of woods are there, and that too they are like the rarest of woods are more expensive, right? And we are still, I mean, it's not that we're planting, I mean, I don't know the exact scenario, but yeah, we are not everybody is planting trees, right? I mean, they want a kind of space to live, and you will nowadays you will see that there are very less, lesser kind of greenery around, and people they're not so much specific about planting trees. I would say, I am, to be honest, I'm also not like going out and planting this and that. I mean, I do want to start that, and I will, and I will do it in future. But yeah, my main concern, right, is not to plant trees right now. Yeah, because I have to thrive in this world, right? I have to support myself and all of that. So people are doing the same. They're hustling, and they don't really care about trees are, being around them. And it's a true fact and a harsh fact. Like, I'm teaching you this, I'm a teacher, but still I'm not going out and doing all of it. But yeah, I am surely going to do it in future, I promise you that. But yeah, one should always, and I'm really happy that you have the kind of garden over there in your house, and you are just putting in efforts to take care of it and all of it. I mean, I also have, pots and all, but still, it's not like I'm putting efforts and going in all of this and bringing. I live in a kind of quarter area, so I don't have my own land and all of it. So yeah, I can't plant trees here, right? Um, yeah, and in the kind of scenario that you live in, it's like kind of typical mohalla thing. So there are also like people who don't have their land in the soil kind of structure, because everybody, everything has become pakka only, right? I mean, they're using cement and tiles and all of it. So where will they plant the trees, right? They have to have a ground area for it, the raw ground area which is having a soil, okay, like not polluted soil. They have to have a fertile soil for it to trees for the trees to grow and the roots to spread. So the next one is forest degradation. Okay, what is the meaning of forest degradation? मतलब कम होना. Okay, it's like degrading. Now, what's the solution for? I mean, cause of it. So we have pollution, then we have wildfires, invasive species, and unsustainable logging practices contribute to the degradation of forest ecosystems. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, I told you pollution के वजह से भी क्या हो रहा है, because the air is getting polluted, and that's why the plants, if they consume that kind of polluted air, so obviously they will not be able to survive in this kind of polluted environment, right? Then we have wildfires, okay, like what is happening, that because of the increase in global warming, more increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, plants or the trees or forests are catching fire by themselves because the temperature is increasing, right? Then we have invasive species, like the amount of species are increasing, human species are increasing also. uh, you know there are some species which are increasing and some are getting extinct, so the whole food chain is, you know getting spoiled, right? Then we have an unsustainable logging practices. What's the meaning of logging practices? Contribute to the degradation of forest ecosystem. Logging, I think it's like, we are cutting trees and getting the furniture out of it, so I think that's logging, okay. We're getting the log of trees, right? So we are just cutting the entire thing, and then we are not planting also. That's a very sad thing. Next we have loss of biodiversity. What's the meaning of biodiversity? The different kind of biodiversity, or the kind of variety of living organisms living in a particular place or on this planet Earth, right? So that's what we call as biodiversity. Deforestation results in the loss of habitats, leading to the extinction of many plant and animal species. So yeah, that's a true thing. Deforestation, because trees are the kind of, a kind of house. I mean, not a house, a kind of shelter in which they're living, right? So um, because trees are cut, okay, this deforestation practice is happening, and because of that, what is occurring, I mean, there is this extinction of plant and animal species which is taking place, because trees are not there is, in which tree they were like residing, or they were surviving in that particular place, so that is not there anymore, because people wanted, like humans wanted trees for themselves. So that's a reason that there is loss of biodiversity. Next we have climate change. Alternation of natural habitat and disruption of ecological balance due to deforestation contribute to climate change and its adverse effect. Okay, so it's very simple. The climate change, what is the climate change? It's like, because we are as humans, okay, what we're doing, we want things for ourselves, right? And what is happening, that we think we want things for ourselves, that's why we can just go to any level to just get that particular thing done, right? And what happens, we don't think about the other things like trees or plants, if that is there, we will cut it, or we will use it for our own benefit. But what will happen, because not the number of trees, sorry, because the number of trees, they are increasing, and what is happening, the number of trees are decreasing because of deforestation. We are And the number of people or humans are increasing. Okay, there is more number of carbon dioxide which is present in the which are being released in the atmosphere, and due to which, what is happening, that you know due to more number of carbon dioxide and less number of oxygen which is being released, because the plants or trees were cut, the atmosphere is getting heated up. Okay, and then the entire cycle is changing. When we used to have, like, in the initial days or initial years, you would have seen that there was more rainfall back then. Okay, but now we have, like, less lesser rainfall. Okay, because why? Because of this kind of factors which are prevalent, and this is the factors are becoming more adverse, or is getting, like, more serious. People, because the even though the population is rising, people are not thinking about doing all of this. Okay, like helping the nature, and they think that, okay, if they neglect nature and they use it to the fullest, they can have a happy life. But they forget that nature will take its revenge. Okay, if they are not thinking about the future, the nature will not think about them and their future, right? So that's the thing that we need to take care and note down, right? And do something to tackle this problem, because it's a serious problem, right? I'm trying to be more confident, okay, in front of the camera, and because I'm using the back camera, I'm not seeing myself, right? So it's like kind of practice for me, where I can do eye contact to people and talk to them like this. And you should also try to do it with the back camera, not the selfie camera, where you're just seeing yourself and talking, because you need to focus on a particular point, like the camera or the lens is my particular focus, right? And I want you to do the same. So yeah, that was for the video. I hope you will understand whatever I'm trying to say. I got carried away, or you know stuck in some of the places, but yeah, ignore it, because I am working on myself. I'm working on my stammering, on also my expressions and speaking skills and all of it. Okay, so you should also do it. Don't stay back, right? So okay, I hope you will understand it, make notes, bring some doubts, and yeah, I'll see in you in the next video, the third part of the video, okay, of the same chapter, because the chapter is a bit longer, right? So till then, bye.